كبيرة، فما اللي عايش في اللحير فما اللي بايت على الحصيرة، من غير ما تحيرة من عندك تصنع التغيير. Ce sont notre force, notre but, notre puissance. Stop la violence, stop stop. عليكم السلام، خذوا الامان واعطينا الامانة. الامر قصير وربي كبيرة، خليوها هانية ما تدوم لحد الدنيا راهي فانية.
Right now I've got Caitlin and Renee with me, and good evening to you both. Thank you for coming. And I want to just ask you some questions about this really fantastic song. And I promise you, I'm not saying that just because you're here. I watched it, I listened to the disc, and as a matter of fact, I listened to the disc before I saw the video. And before I saw the video, I had my doubts that it was actually done here. But just not a very big doubt, because I don't, when people tell me things, I don't disbelieve them. But it was so good. And that for me is the proof of the pudding is in the eating, you know. It was just so good. Right. What made you get involved in something like this? I mean, how did you hear about it? As your colleagues were telling me, was it on the internet you heard about it, or how did you hear about it?
I heard through Facebook. I was looking for a recording studio in Qatar because I'm really interested in singing, and then I found Angelo through Facebook, and he said, "Come in, do some recording." So I did, and then he asked me to record this line for this song, and he explained what it was about, and then it ended up with the big event in the QNCC, and then it was all over the internet, and it was just really cool. It was just through Facebook.
Just through Facebook. So you got quite a lot to thank old Mr. Gusenberg, or whatever his name is, right? And Renee, was it the same for you, or?
Actually, no. I came to Qatar about a year and a half ago, and got here, and I've always been interested in music. So I recall putting up a little ad on a musician site called Muso List, and a day later, I think it was, somebody wrote back and said, "Hi, looked at your profile. I could see that you're looking for a band. Maybe we can get together and make some music." I thought, wonderful. So met up with Danny. Danny happened to be part of the group that Angelo had worked with in the past. And Danny said there's a project that's going on if you're interested, and they're meeting up at the studio in a couple of days. And before you know it, we were in the studio. Angelo, who's managing the project, told me a little bit about what the project was about. I was interested, and before you knew it, we were all singing. We all had an ownership of a line in the song. Yeah, so that's how it came about.
I don't recognize your accent at all. So can I ask you, where are you from?
I'm from Kenya.
From Kenya?
Yes.
You don't have an accent. It's very unusual because I'm good with accents.
Right.
Even if I say so myself, I'm quite good with accents. I can usually tell, where somebody comes from. But your accent is completely the opposite. And where are you from?
I'm from Wales, North Wales.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wales. Well, they all sing there. Down in the valley. Yes. And what brought you to Qatar?
The aluminium plant on my island was forced to close, so my father had to relocate, and there was a plant opening in Qatar, so we moved to Qatar.
And how long have you been here?
This is my 4th year now.
Now, to ask you, because you, as you said, you're really interested in music. I mean, do you want to take this further? Do you want to make? Would you? I know it's the beginnings of something new for you here in Qatar, but I mean, would you like to make a career of it or anything like this?
I would love that. If that happened, I would not. Oh my goodness, that would be. It's my ultimate dream to make a career out of something I really love doing. So.
And have you done anything before this?
Well, back in my secondary school in Wales, I sang for my prize giving, and that was the first kind of step, I suppose. And then when I got here, I started singing lessons, and I looked for the recording studio. And
I mean, how do both of you? I'm going to ask this obviously to your colleagues as well, your singing companion and colleagues. How do you all get on? Because when I was told that there was 24 people, first of all I had to visualize, now where would you house 24 people to sing? You'd have to have a huge studio or something like this, because I'm going back to the days when I used to record and things like this, and of course these studios, there was a time you probably know this, or maybe not, I don't know, but there was a time when everyone had to be in the same room, because we didn't have these 32, 42 channel mixers, you know, we didn't have all these things where you could just take one or two people and they never have to meet, but they can all sing and you can put it all together and it sounds like a wonderful record, and yet some of these people have never met. But you know, when we did recordings back in the very early 60s, we all had to be in the same room. I mean, we literally had to be, including the orchestra.
Right.
So you had the orchestra over here, and you had anybody who happened to be doing vocals over here. You had the backing people over there, and the microphones were hanging around all over the place. You were tripping over wires everywhere, and that's how you made a record. But now, of course, you can do it in a very small place. When you're working with 24 different people and you're trying to harmonize with 24 people, do you not feel, you know, nervous about all this?
I never did, and I guess we weren't always the 25 of us together. I think a lot of the times it was staggered. In the recording studio. But we did have a few moments where we would meet in one of the apartments. Whoever had a big house that could house 25 of us at the same time, then we would do that. Because it was essential when it came to parts of the song or choreography, like you see in some bits of the video where we're all together and there has to be some sort of synchronized movement. But that was also the fun of it. So it was the question of Angelo looking at who has a big enough apartment to house 25 people.
And nobody minded, because you know, it's Angelo's, when I spoke to Angelo earlier, I mean, he was telling me that there was no budget for this, which after watching it stunned me, that there was no budget for something that's come out with this kind of quality. I mean, I really was taken aback by this, because it deserved a budget. It truly did. You should have had a budget. I mean, just imagine if you can do this without a budget. Imagine what you would do if you had one.
Absolutely.
So. You all got on famously. You got on really well together.
Yeah, and I think it was also maybe that element. It was never about resources from that perspective. It was always about us just being excited and energized about doing a project and what it could be and what it could become. And we managed our resources between us, and that was the fun of it.
For a moment, let's be lost. Let's be lost. For a moment, let's be peace.
Now I'm with Mohammed and Pali. Pali, you're from Palestine.
Yep.
And Mohammed, you're from Qatar.
Yeah.
And you were two of the rappers on this project.
Yep.
Now let me ask you first, Mohammed, what got you involved in this project? It's not the kind of thing, it's for me, and because I've been a long time in Qatar, it's not the kind of project that you usually see a Qatari involved in. So it's delightful that you were involved in it. But how did you get involved in it? How did you know about it? How did you get to know about it?
Well, first off, I never thought like I would actually like rap itself. Like, you don't see most Qataris like enjoy rap that much. They mostly listen to like Arab music. But for the first time, like I was walking in Villaggio and I went to the back and I saw a bunch of people like rap battling against each other. And I'm like, let me go see what's going on in there. And then, so when I walked up, he's like, do you dare me? Do you want to rap battle or something? Now, in the beginning, I sucked. I'm not really that good. So I went back home and I took my brother's MP3. I started listening to Eminem. I'm Not Afraid. I'm like, who's this guy? So I went on YouTube. I searched him. So I'm like, let me look at rap. So I wanted to record something. So I searched on the internet, I'm like studios in Qatar. So I found Angelo Studios. Yeah. So I went there and he told me that we have a project, it's gonna be huge. So I'm like, why not? And let's do it. And that's when he told me about the project and he's like, it's about peace. And I'm like, let me represent.
Yeah, you're the one who says Doha Town at the end of the
Yeah.
the
Actually, I
song.
had 5 minutes to write the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was like sitting with him. I'm like,
So I mean, you have 5 minutes to write this, and you've never basically, apart from the first time you heard it at the Dileepa, you've never done it before.
yeah. I started practicing, of course.
Yeah.
Like I got better and better, but I never had the time to record my own song. So that's I came in when he told me when the project was about to start.
Yeah.
And he's like, we got a project, and after the video, after everything was released, like I thought about it for a second. I never had the time to record my own song.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'm a Qatari in this video, and that's what makes it great. But what made me now, like I think I'm gonna make a song really soon.
Yeah.
And hopefully
But
it'll be
tell
good.
me, you know, I mean, did you believe when you started the project? Did you believe that it would actually come to?
I thought about. That's why I wanted to try, see where it would go, but I knew it would get somewhere soon.
Now, Pali, you were where did you come into this project? Did you come in at the very beginning, or did you come in halfway through, or?
Well,
How did you hear about it for a start? I mean, everybody tells me they heard about the studio on the internet, you know, and of course there's lots of things going on the internet, and you have to home in on something like this. So how did you get to hear about it?
well, I know some guys. They study in Qatar Foundation in QF, and they used to go to Lee's studio. They had a studio on Gharrafa first before they went to the other one. So they told me about them, and then they moved to that the other one, and then I took his number. I started going, I started making music, and then he just told me about the song. So I said, why not?
Yeah, but did you think it would really happen? You know, because I know for a fact, that there are many people who are told about projects. Even I've been told about projects in the past. You know, because of where I work, the radio and everything, people tend to tell me things about projects, but they fizzle out. You understand what I mean? They tell you about the project, everybody gets terribly excited, but then somehow it just fizzles out. You know, did you have a feeling in your gut that this project was actually going to go ahead and come off?
Well, all the people here, all the singers and the rappers, like we all came together for music, and living here, it's like people don't take it as a real thing. They take it as a hobby, but we love music. Like this is why we all did this song. Like if it wasn't for the music, we wouldn't be here. So I knew that like if there's any chance for any type of music to go out, so it will go out.
Yeah.
So we did it, and it's big. So.
So now tell me, how did you feel about when they started, when they said, right, we're going to do the video. It's going to be videoed, and you have to come in different times and jump up and down, and in different places as well. Because you know, you were obviously, most people here, even if they don't follow them or know them, they've all seen Hindi movies and things like this, you know, Bollywood, where somebody starts dancing in Bombay, they do a backflip and they end up in Kashmir. You know, and it's you know, because this video, it was done in all different places, but yet the song had to link together with seamless. It had to be seamless, and it did. I mean, how did you feel it when you were doing the video?
When we did the video, it's like there are lots of cameras taking different shots, so we didn't know how the video was gonna come out. They brought the video guys, and we're like, okay, we're just gonna.
They choreographed you, did they? They told you have to do this.
I had to spin around myself one time. It was like we tried different stuff, and they kept taking different shots, and when it came out, like we were all. I'm gonna say I was like, I didn't expect it to be that good. Like I thought, like they got a couple of guys are gonna do a video or whatever, but it came out pretty good.
Nothing can stop us now. We've come this far. It's time for us.
Right now I've got Davis and Mohammed with me, and my first question will be to Davis, as you're the one who did a lot of the rapping in the
Arabic rap part.
The Arabic part at the end, at the end of the song. Now, when did you first get interested in rapping? You know, because rapping in English is one thing, or with American accents, but you are doing it really well in Arabic.
Yeah, for like 5 years with my friends, we bought a crew, small crew, and like after like 3 years, we got famous in Lebanon. We have like listeners. So when I come to Qatar here, I used to record my songs in Lebanon. So I was searching to a studio here in Doha. I found the Angelo studio on the internet. So he told me about the project.
Now, you're the one who does the rapping.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about this project? I mean, did you really enjoy doing it?
Yeah, sure. I love it. Yeah, because I met like very different cultures, and before like I used to sing about peace, and this is my goal. So on this project, all the singers in one voice, they sing about peace, you know. Yeah, that's why.
Well, that's very good. And what about the future? Well, I mean, do you want to continue rapping, or do you sing? Do you sing also? Like when you made your recordings in Lebanon, I mean, was it only rapping, or do you actually sing together with, with the rap?
For now, I don't know, but for projects with Angelo, sure, yeah, because I saw how this project like success. Especially in Lebanon, they all see it and love it. So another project, I don't have any problem. I will do it.
Right, Mohammed. Now we come to you. What part did you do in the project?
Well, I did the second part. After the two girls, I was the one.
I see. Now you're from Lebanon also, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, did you do any of this when you were back in Lebanon? Did you sing when you were back in Lebanon?
Well,
is this new for you?
I used to do singles. Yeah, but here I love the project they did. Yeah, so it's my first time as a group work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you not feel nervous about working with 24 other people? I would.
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Especially like we're all from different countries, all different cultures, all different languages, everything. But the spirit we found in this group was amazing.
And would you like to do more things like this?
Yeah, sure.
Now, what do you do here in Qatar?
I'm a student.
Oh, you're a student?
Yeah.
Oh, so you've got the time to do it when you're not studying?
Yeah.
You've got plenty of things to do. Is your family here?
Yeah.
So, you could do projects like this again with no problem at all?
Yeah, no problem.
History, it's meant to be. Happy your strength, you can't be it's meant to be. Happy your strength, you can't be We are the world within a song. Let's keep on singing, oh, oh. Let's be rejoicing, oh, oh.
Now I've got Samit and Sami with me. And they did something a little bit different on this project. They're guitarists.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you, Samit, first. How long have you been, or both of you, in fact, how long have you been playing the guitar? I mean, how many years have you been playing?
Actually, it's been like 18 years now, almost.
18 years?
Yeah.
And is it, when you play music, for instance, you're from Pakistan, yes?
Yeah.
So when you're playing music on the guitar, because the guitar is not an instrument that's usually associated with Pakistan.
Yes, yeah.
So when you're playing, if you're playing in your own country, what kind of music do you play?
Actually,
when you're in Pakistan, because obviously there's different kinds of music. When I'm watching movies, for instance, from Bollywood, I see people playing guitars, and they play the guitar in slightly different manner, but they're playing in like an Indian idiom because it's on film. Now, do you do the same thing? Do you play different types of music?
It's just an instrument, you can play any type of music on that same instrument. Could be jazz, pop.
Yeah, but you can make it sound very different.
Yes, you can.
When you're in a different country.
And there are like different type of skills. You can play Arabic, you can play English, Indian, and Pakistani as well.
So now, Tell me about this project. I mean, I've asked your colleagues, you know, and we've been chatting about this. I mean, how did you get involved in this project? And how did you get involved as guitarists? Were they looking for guitarists at the time? Were you looking for a studio, or how did you?
Yes, we were. I've been into the music scene for a while here in Qatar, and I've also playing with a lot of bands in my band that we had here. So we've always been looking for studios around town, you know. And then that way we got to find out that there's a new studio in town. It's called Record, and we wanted to like visit it and see how it is. I remember going to the studio the first time when I went to the studio, and you know, always on the Facebook page, you know, you give a very good image about you know, marketing. So they had like this new studio in town, this Record, and then I'm like, I want to go and see how it is. And I open the door, and then there's a table and just a computer. And I remember meeting Lee, you know, the producer of the song, and I'm like, this is supposed to be a studio here, you know. And then he's like, yeah, this is the studio. So I'm like, wow.
You weren't impressed?
I was not impressed, yes. But then, you know, I was impressed by what they can do with this small amount of things that they have, and this limited amount of things that they have. We got involved with the project. How was that? I got to know from Angelo that they're doing this project about 24 countries and people getting in, all from different nationalities, doing a project about peace. And so, you know, I've always been doing projects with different. I've also done projects with Japanese embassy about, you know, the victims, and so I was like, I want to know about this project, how it is, you know. And really, I mean, when I got to know and when I heard the composition of what it is, I was like, I want to be a part of this. And this is not because of any fame, or I need any sort of you know, money or anything, just because I love this project, you know.
And what about you? How did you feel? I know you're brothers. You're brothers, yes. So I have to say honestly, I mean, I asked him earlier on. I mean, I was only joking, but I said, "You're brothers. Actually, you like each other." You know, because I can always imagine. I remember growing up with my brothers, and we were always fighting. I mean, not fighting, but you know.
No, but we do fight, yeah. But
you do? Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. So, but I mean, when you're doing this and you're working together, and I know from my own experience that, especially with guitarists, you know, and I don't mean any disrespect to you, to either of you, but I know with guitarists, some of them tend to be prima donnas a little bit, you know. One puts his volume up, and then the other one wants to put it up, and then puts it up higher, and then higher again. I mean, don't you ever have any conflict?
No, actually, what we're doing is we're always merging. We're like, we're not playing the same sort of, like, what is it, if he's playing guitars, I'm gonna be doing, like, if we're playing together, he's gonna do the rhythms, I'll be on the leads. But then we change the chorus, we change the verses, he'll jump up to the leads, and I'll go back to the rhythms.
So it's like that. You're very flexible.
Yeah, it's like that. If we both do the same thing together, then of course we're gonna be.
What did you feel about this project?
Actually, at the beginning, when I got to know about this project, Lee told me that we're gonna do this. So I was like, okay, I was not expecting 24 artists like that. I was like, it's gonna be few of them. But when he told me the whole, I loved the concept, but I was like, no way it's possible, because it was like 20. It's really hard, you know. It's like
without the budget,
with the budget and everything.
Well, you're not alone there. If somebody had told me this at the beginning, before I saw the video, I mean, I had the benefit of hindsight. I saw the finished product.
Yes.
You know, you didn't even see. It hadn't even begun.
But you know, Lee's he's a wonderful producer. You know. I mean, the things he could do with this, it's just amazing, you know.
Well, that's it for this week's edition of Qatar Magazine. Now, I hope you enjoyed this program. It's been very, very special for me and also for all the guys and girls who were talking with me this evening. Now, before we finish, of course, you'll be seeing the full video of World Within a Song. I'd like to thank my director, Ali Al-Kawari, my cameraman Hassan, and also my lighting director Omar. So please do join us again at the same time next week for another edition of Qatar Magazine. Until then, good night.
Beneath the greatest skies on earth, we walk together on the path of faith and dreams. Nothing can stop us now, we've come this far. It's time for us to leap and fly. It's on, it's now, we will face the test of time. We can make history, it's meant to be. I'll be your strength if you'll be mine. Here in our home, away from home, we are the world within the song. Let's keep on singing, oh, oh. Let's be rejoicing, oh, oh. For a moment, let's be loved. Let's be loved. For a moment, let's be peace. For a moment, let's be one and only heart. That beats with joy and understanding. Let's all just be united. It's on, it's now. We will face the test of time. We can make history, it's meant to be. I'll be your strength, you will be mine. We are the world within a song. Let's keep on singing, oh, oh. Let's be rejoicing, oh, oh.
Yes, we made it, mama, we made it. This our celebration, it's our special occasion. There ain't a perfecter way to say it. The game we played came out as winners, just obvious to save it. We don't care if you hate it, the top is all we aim at. No overnight achievers, been grinding since way back. Respect we deserve ASAP, not later, bro. We getting this paper, bro. You looking like a hater, bro.
First thing first, before we see the word from the right side, lost a couple of D-town first. I have teamwork thirst, every day is getting worse, and the sky style burst. Swimming out of global nation, new generation, sick collaboration. Representing Middle East, Muslim or Christian, senior or freshman, doctor or freshman, you can be a referee.
Only God can judge peace, let not be some referees. Come from Paris, finish up in the Middle East, let it be. Let us race, let's not be all divided. We can all shine together, work together, since we have all been the single gift. No discrimination, one whole nation, more than one on the song. But I call it words united, this time recall.
Yeah, welcome to show, let me introduce myself. I am first one who will make these steps. When you need help, take phone and call me. I'm always around, no need to worry, homie. Representing only from where I'm coming. Blue, yellow is skies, my flag is shining. My fly is standing is the reason I'm not shy. Please let me go out, my name is this guy.
How does it ban out violence? People came to with silence. Let's look at it this way. Let the big sway while we're writing pages. Distant phrases, make these mutual faces. Help us make it, go ahead, raise them cases. I'm just playing my part, help me pick up this country. Hold your head proud, shoot through the stars so you can land on the clouds. If you don't know about now, I'm talking about Doha town.
It's on.